see a lot of value in being active sa community.
Yes.
Kasi when you attend community events, hindi lang siya yung person talking about a specific topic. You learn technical, but you also learn yung soft skills, networking. Minsan someone sitting beside you, you talk to the person, may encounter na similar problem that what you're trying to solve, and then magdi-discuss kayo ng mga strategies on how to solve it. So, very big value on top of the technical, may soft skills din na nakukuha from community.
Welcome everyone. For today's episode, we are navigating the cloud and tech careers, certification, skills, and in-demand roles. Kayo ba guys, can you share personal experience where a specific skill or certification significantly influence your career trajectory?
Who wanna go first?
Ikaw na?
So, sorry. What was the question again?
Personal experience where a specific skill or certification significantly influence your career.
For me, when I first really earned my AWS Cloud certification, specifically on Cloud Practitioner and Solutions Architect Associate. So, for context, 1 year lang yung difference when I took it. When I took the Cloud Practitioner certification, I was prepping to formally teach AWS Cloud in the college that I was teaching back then. And certification is really a requirement to teach because it's validate your knowledge that you know what you're teaching. And then pandemic happened. I had a lot of time to upgrade to the next level, which is the Solutions Architect Associate exam. And when I passed that, that's why when I also started looking and explore other roles outside of academe, maybe parang at that time I thought, explore ko na kaya industry. And that's where I've come across my current company right now. And syempre coming from academe, delving into industry, diba? I need to show who I am, magpakilala ka, diba, your background. So that's one way that really impacted my career growth right now. And just to give a context, starting from academe teaching, I am now an authorized trainer and instructor and delivering cloud educations and courses to not only students but our customers. So to officially teach and be an instructor of cloud courses, the minimum requirement for that role is yung Solutions Associate or Solutions Architect Associate. And that actually fast-track my growth in aiming that AWS Authorized Instructor, or we call it AAI status. Kasi even before I applied, meron na ako nun. And currently, when we're looking for instructors, diba, may capability to teach but currently not yet certified. And usually, they're giving 6 months to ramp up, to get that certification. But on my time, since I already earned my SAA certification, immediately, the month after, pwede na akong magturo. I got that authorized status already. So that really expedites and accelerated my status to becoming an instructor.
Actually, certifications really validates the experience or knowledge of a person. Well, actually, I got my cloud certifications while I was working in my current job. Parang at that time lang siguro, it gave me like the confidence to like pursue projects na outside dun sa what I know. Kasi nga, I have the certification. So, it felt like I am qualified to do this, to do that. So, I think that's how it influenced my career trajectory. So, yeah.
And also, being on a senior level role,
Yes.
parang people trust you more with more difficult tasks if you have the certification. And you're also more confident, like you said. So,
Para kang mayroong bragging rights.
Yes.
Yes.
and actually, meron talagang value in certification.
Yes.
Sometimes when you are just doing practical, nalilimit yung alam mo dun sa current na ginagawa mo. But when you do certification, meron kang mga touch points na nakukuha for other services. For example, na hindi mo pa na-explore at your current experience. Pero when you start to have that certification, madali na when you get those tasks. Kasi parang meron ka ng theory part of it. So, easier din yung when you start to develop using those services.
Yes, I agree. So, okay. So, nasa topic na tayo ng cloud certification. So, ano kaya sa tingin nyo yung like best entry-level cloud certification ngayon? Kasi siguro may mga students na nakikinig sa atin. They might be wondering, ano kayang okay na kunin na cloud certification ngayon? We have Azure, we have GCP, we have AWS. Ano kaya yung best na pwede kong kunin as a student?
Sige, I think let me answer that question, no. For me, top cloud certification pa rin would be AWS. Personally, because AWS is the biggest cloud out there, but even if that would be Azure, Google, or other cloud service provider, depending on where you are and kung saan ka mas may access na community, that would be very helpful where to start. And for me naman as long as you have the science, the foundation behind it, diba? The science behind every cloud is still the same. The technology behind it is the same. It's just that you need to familiarize yourself with the different jargons or branding, no matter how they call it, so that you understand each other. But it's easier to switch din naman in terms of context. So as long as you have access to cloud, for AWS, I mean, that would be cloud practitioner. Yun, you don't really need to have technical knowledge to earn that certification. At least a good understanding of what cloud is, the benefits, the value, and why companies are moving to the cloud, diba? The whys, yun You don't have to be technical to earn that certification. So I think for me, for non-tech, even administrative role, EA, yan, you can, diba?
Project
Diba?
manager. Mas maintindihan mo yung mga technical people.
Yes, even accounting. Because when you encounter financials, diba, how billing works in the cloud, you need to understand what costs.
Or you don't have to like question the cloud engineers how this works.
Yes.
How this thing is being built.
Right, diba? So, kahit na hindi ka yung hands-on na gumagawa nun, but even if you encounter certain documents like project managers, diba, you need to understand what you're dealing with. So, I think for me, that's a good start then.
And I think aside from being the biggest cloud provider, marami ring programs yung community ng AWS na nagbibigay ng free vouchers para makapag-take yung students or career shifters. For example, ako graduate ako ng Restart. So, they gave me a voucher kaya makakapag-take ako. And then, yung Cloud Clubs, nagbigay sila ng exam slam para magkaroon ng certifications yung students. So, ayun, I think it's a big factor din.
Actually, so professionals then, AWS would like give discounts. Actually, even GCP. Actually. So, okay, so for AWS tayo, so plug natin yung GCP. So anyway, back to AWS. Minsan kasi like pag pumasa ka ng cloud practitioner, they would like give you parang 50% off just to take
Yes.
the next level exam.
Yeah.
Actually, with any certification that you pass with AWS, it gives you that benefit of a 50% off on your next
Yes.
exam. And then sometimes you just have to look for announcements na may mga voucher codes na pinopost and then free retake.
Yes.
So,
Masipag ka, pwede mo nang pamigay eh.
kabado pa ako. Papasa ba ako? Hindi, sige, may voucher naman ako ng free retake. So, just in case,
Oo,
fingers
kasi,
crossed.
Very expensive din kasi magpa-certify.
Yes,
Lalo na yung
it's-
professional level.
Yes.
Right, investment. So for those who doesn't know, the pricing for certification for cloud practitioner for the foundational on AWS, it's around $100 USD. So convert that into peso, 'di ba?
Oo.
Associate level would be $150 US. And then, professional, sabi nga ni Kay, yan mas masakit.
Oo.
Kasi it
Mabigat
would,
times
di ba? $300. Imagine that.
Tapos pag bumagsak ka, iyak ka na lang.
So, swerte if your company where you're at reimburse or
Yes.
gives that for free exam vouchers. But if not, di ba, yung hard-earned money mo. But still, really, investment yun eh.
Yes.
So,
Talking about certifications, do you think there's value kapag, for example, focus ka on AWS and then you go multi-cloud?
Meron pa rin naman. Kasi, funny story. So may ACE na ako. Wala pa ako nung SAA.
okay. What
So,
is ACE?
Associate Cloud Engineer.
That's
And
within
GCP.
GCP.
Yes.
Yan. Para medyo
Yes.
nagiging familiar din tayo sa different certifications.
Yes, okay.
Not just AWS, Google.
Yes.
Di ba may Azure din?
Yes, oo. So yun nga. So speaking of like multi-cloud. So after ACE, I tried to study for SAA. So I swear to God, sobrang hirap niya. So naka multiple takes ako just to like pass. And then after I took SAA, I was able to transition from AWS to GCP to the point na nakapag-professional exam ako like less than a month.
Nice.
So I think there's still value pag kunyari mag-multi-cloud ka kasi it gives you like the working knowledge on how this works, how that works. Then you just have to translate it based on the cloud provider's like local product name. And yeah, I think it's better than you have like you're multi-certified.
Yeah.
Kasi it really like validates, binibigyan ng bragging rights na you know how to use AWS, you know how to use GCP. So like pwede kang isalpak sa kahit anong project regardless of cloud provider. Yeah.
And let me add on to that, hindi lang for bragging rights. Realistically speaking, customers or companies nowadays, they'd rather have multiple developments or deployments types. So, 'di ba, don't just stick your eggs in just one basket.
Yes.
So, better if in case, 'di ba, very rare that it happens, but if in case one technology shut down for one reason or another that we don't know, at least you have other options for failing over.
Yeah.
Yan.
I think customers also prefer na multi-cloud like may multi-cloud expertise yung isang company.
Yes.
Kasi it means that if, for example, they want to move to another cloud provider, they can easily tap them and help them with how to transition to another one.
And actually, ginagamit na siyang strategy for DR. When yung iba focus on AWS, pero some like financial institutions,
Yes.
parang they add to the DR, yung disaster recovery capabilities nung service by going multi-cloud instead of just having it
yes.
region-based. Ayan.
Giftology is a brand focused on making gifting a meaningful experience. We curate gift packages and flower bouquets designed to build authentic connections, strengthen relationships, and leave lasting impressions. With thoughtful details and purposeful selection, we transform every gift into a reflection of care and consideration. At Giftology, we aim to make every gifting moment unforgettable, whether for individuals or businesses.
Ayun, going back to
Anything else? Yeah.
career.
Yes. Going back to career.
So paano kayo nag-update? Kasi every time, like even now, merong bagong certification sa AI. How do you update yourself in terms of mga learnings?
Well, sa akin kasi, aside sa like self-initiated, meron ding development program sa company namin. So, they would like sponsor your certification. They would sponsor yung everything, every resource that you need just to like pass or take the exam. So, I think that's a good way to like push a resource or an employee to improve oneself. Wow, big word, oneself. Anyway, so yeah. So aside dun sa self-initiated, so syempre kasi dati ang tuturo sa atin every 2 years may bagong tech. Ngayon kasi parang every 6 months.
Yes.
Or minsan monthly pa may bago. So if you want to like stay relevant, you have to like update yourself. You have to take advantage of every free resource that comes into your LinkedIn feed or Facebook feed. Kasi minsan biglang may magtatanong sa'yo, what do you think about, for example, what do you think about DeepSeek AI? So, what do you think about this new cryptocurrency? So, parang if you won't be able to answer that on the spot, parang feel mo hindi ka na relevant. So, yeah, it kind of like, parang ka nawawala ng confidence. Yeah.
Ako siguro, just to add, ako personally, I see a lot of value in being active sa community.
Yes.
Kasi when you attend community events, hindi lang siya yung person talking about a specific topic. You learn technical, but you also learn yung soft skills, networking. Minsan someone sitting beside you, you talk to the person, may encounter na similar problem that what you're trying to solve, and then magdi-discuss kayo ng mga strategies on how to solve it. So, very big value on top of the technical, may soft skills din na nakukuha from community.
Yeah.
Siguro sa akin naman, I'm just very lucky with my work kasi cloud education siya. So, part talaga of the role that I do is that I continuously upskill and learn, and with my constant exposure din sa industry, customer needs, ito yung use cases. Diba? Before you face a certain customer, you also do research. So, very proactive din in giving user stories, ano ba yung mga relevant news that had happened. Like, ayan, yung mga lumalabas sa newsfeed, dapat sabi nga ni Jazz, dapat you should be familiar with it at least, di ba? Or have some thoughts or insights or at least visibility on what is happening around. Kasi yan talaga yung field natin technology.
Parang dapat part ng current events mo yung tech news no?
Yes. So may mga news that you follow or even blogs, 'di ba? Or even in your news feeds. So I'm not actively updating my LinkedIn, but sometimes I just scroll and through certain announcements or popular event like in AWS reInvent every year, or ano yung mga tech events that you follow. 'Di ba? Locally, we have DevCon every year. AWS yearly meetup and communities. So that's where a lot of people get invited. And they get to share what they're doing. So, even if you're not following certain news, baka wala ng cable kasi puro YouTube na lang, di ba? But that's a really good place, community, to really meet a lot of people and see what they're doing, and that also piques your interest.
Tsaka sa community rin kasi iba't ibang speakers. So, may technologies ka na hindi alam na madi-discuss nila, and it's very helpful talaga.
Yes, especially if they do demo. Live demo.
Tas workshop pa.
Tas workshop. It's a good time to just experiment on things. So, yun.
Kaya I really appreciate students who attend like conferences kasi hindi lahat tinuturo sa classroom
Yes.
So really, you really need to go outside para matutunan mo yung mga kailangan mong matutunan para mag-survive sa field.
Right.
Mas active na rin yung students sa communities. Like, pag nagpunta ng meetup or events, siguro parang 60 or 80% students
Yes.
ay nandun.
Yes.
So,
And it's one way to gain experience din, di ba? Especially for students. Ngayon kasi parang if you're hiring for a junior dev, hindi na siya totally junior na zero experience eh.
Oo.
You're looking for experience na rin, even for juniors.
It's actually very cutthroat na nga ngayon. Even kahit sa entry level ka
nakaka-pressure.
lang. Parang,
For students.
Parang, even if first job mo, parang you need to have a portfolio of some sort just to showcase that you can do this, you can do that. Like really need to market yourself that you have the skills and capabilities to be in the role that you want to be in.
But what if you don't have that capability yet? And you're someone non-tech who wants to shift, diba?
Yes.
And move into the cloud role. Now, any advice, ladies? Where do they start? I think
Well,
I've heard her mention kanina,
Restart.
one program.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yes.
you
Very
can share
popular.
us about your experience with Restart and how it helped you right now as a career shifter. Diba?
wait, actually, di ako career shifter.
Oh.
But, first time ko sa cloud that time. So, it's very helpful pa rin. Yeah, so, sa Restart kasi, siguro nasa 40 per session, 40 per parang class, ganun. So 100 plus. And marami doon is career shifters. So, I think, as someone din naman na walang cloud background before, through AWS Cloud Club lang ako nagkaroon ng background. I think ang advice ko is to attend meetups and events. Especially kahit anong provider pa, Google, Microsoft, or AWS, attend events lang kasi mas marami kayong matututunan doon. Especially pag workshop yung event, sobrang helpful nun. So, for me, aside from attending events and meetups, try to stay updated din by, syempre, yung nga parang self-initiated na lang. Diba? Like, do your research or tumambay ka sa LinkedIn. Sobrang helpful.
Follow mo lahat ng mga active sa community.
I agree.
Post ng
Actually,
post.
nandito din yung power of social media and networking if you want to go into tech. Kasi minsan may mamimit ka na they're doing this sort of program that they can like kaya ka nila ipasok na they can teach you the skills that you need. Like for example, coding, or they can also give you vouchers on how to, like vouchers sa specific class if you want to learn. Then at the same time, they can also mentor you.
Yeah.
And if they can mentor you and guide you to the right path para makapag-shift ka na sa career. Kasi makapag-shift ka na sa into tech. Kasi, again, honestly, ang hirap ngayon makapasok sa tech. Kasi ang dami na natin.
Ang daming kalaban.
Madami kang kalaban ngayon. So, you need to do your best to stand out.
Yeah.
So,
And ultimately, yun talaga yung value ng certification,
Yes.
diba? It makes you stand out.
Oo.
So sa resume pa lang. Pero talking about it, double-edged sword siya. Kasi when you have that certification, when you go into an interview, you get asked questions about your certification. So make sure that you learn it enough na kaya mong sumagot. Kasi baka yun din yung mag-put down sa'yo sa interview.
you know the concept and the you know the concept and you also have the practical skills for it.
Or at least know what that certification meant, diba? May experience ka ba niyan,
Yes.
Manager K? Maybe you can share with us.
Yeah, especially sa kasi I interviewed someone before. So I am familiar with the certification because I also have it, and then the person was very proud to have that certification. And then when I asked that person about, can you share about what you learned about this certification, hindi na niya masagot, and totally different yung sinabi niya. And sinabi niya parang, I actually took that kasi sinuggest ng manager niya. And then, parang instead of ma-impress ako that that person has that certification, parang it's a reason for me to drop that person from the, kasi parang, why are you even putting it here when you don't when you can't defend your certification.
Or find value in that. Okay, I think these are really fruitful discussion in
Yes.
terms of certification, skills, and the different in-demand roles in the cloud, no? So, thank you, ladies.
Yes. Thank you.